Hey guys, how's it going? This is DeadlySlob. So first off, I wanted to talk about last episode, and a lot of people didn't really like the Let's Play style commentary, although so many people wanted to vote for it. So I wanted to start this video off and discuss that. I think the main reason why is I'm streaming most of the time when I'm playing on this character, and you can engage live on the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DeadlySlob. Every Sunday and Wednesday, I'm going to be playing World of Warcraft, and I'm also going to be streaming in the evenings sometimes, so make sure you check my Twitter account, twitter.com/DeadlySlob, to see whenever I'm actually going to be going live. Despite having a large number of people voting for a Let's Play style, I'm actually going to be moving the series back to a bit of a traditional mix. So there will be Let's Play commentary sometimes during the video, but I'm also going to add more post commentary so it adds more flow to the video, because even me, I watched the last episode and it was great, but I think I could do a bit of a better job when it comes to describing what I'm doing and talking about the class and the decisions that I'm making in post commentary. So that's where we're going to be starting today. Last video, I hit level 7, and at this point, I don't have any gathering professions. So I'm heading back to Stormwind, and I'm going to be getting mining to allow me to actually get experience bonuses from mining the copper that's in Elwynn Forest. And not only that, turning that copper into gear, because I can't use quest rewards. Somebody did call me out on something though. As you can see, I am using bags, and that's not really gear that can make me a better player when it comes to killing enemies. So I'm going to let that one slide. Another thing, when you have bags and you accept it from a quest and those bag slots are empty, it automatically equips it. So I could go and buy those exact same bags from vendors in the world, but they were quest rewards that I got early on that were automatically equipped. And bags are bags. It's not going to make a huge difference on my ability to kill or complete quests. So I'm just going to let that one slide. But everything else that I have is actually self-crafted or purchased from vendors. So now I'm heading to South Elwynn Forest to start the Princess chain. And this is a quest that has changed a lot over the years. When you first started a human character, you used to have to kill this pig princess who was a huge pain in the ass. This pig would just slaughter noobs mercilessly. It was a pretty difficult task to complete. If you're like a level 7, this level 9 epic pig would just beat the shit out of you over and over and over again. But that was too hard. So they nerfed Princess pretty hard, and you didn't have to travel halfway across Elwynn Forest to find Princess, this rogue pig that was terrorizing the land and eating all the pumpkins. They moved it right next to the quest giver. If you haven't played this game since, I guess, Wrath of the Lich King, you should probably play it again. Cataclysm has changed all of the quests and redone them, made them easier, and everything has been a little bit updated every single expansion. The number of experience that is required per level has been more optimized. NPCs have changed locations, and things have just been made a little bit easier for somebody who's trying to level, and to a point where it makes more sense. It's not going to be a difficult game whenever you're starting a new character. But my experience so far with crafting my own gear, it has made it a little bit more challenging, but not at this level. When we get to level like 20 or 30, that's when mobs are going to be able to take me down to below half health. As a paladin, that's great for me because I can heal. If I was another class like a warrior or a rogue, it may not be as easy. The thing that would have been challenging too, if I would have played a rogue this time around, I would only be able to craft my armor and not my weapons. It's actually a great coincidence that everybody wanted me to play a human paladin, because with blacksmithing, I can make my weapons and my armor, which is awesome. And with mining, I can also make a lot of gold in my spare time. For any resource I don't spend, I can sell it on the auction house and make a lot of money. Right now, silver is actually my biggest money maker. On the server I'm playing on, Bleeding Hollow, 1 silver is roughly 10 gold, and per node you get 2 to 4 silver. So every single time I find some silver in the world, I'm actually making like 40 gold, which is great. It's a good money maker. So mining is awesome to get as a new character. And if you're starting a new character on a new realm and you don't have any gold income, picking up mining and herbalism as you're leveling is pretty viable. I didn't go out of my way until I was level 20 to actually go out and mine copper for my gear. So if you were just leveling around, picking those herbs, getting those ores, you would be able to progress your gathering professions. Now, there's something else that's really funny that I think you guys should look into, and that is the Pandaren, who remained neutral until level 100 and only leveled picking herbs that was giving him 10 experience each. Isn't that bananas? He actually hit level 100. But here we go. We just hit level 8, and I didn't get anything too crazy. Didn't get anything new, just a standard level, nothing too exciting. And with Warlords of Draenor, they took a lot of the skills that were useless out of the game. Now, all the skills that you get have now been based into different categories. And they've always had category abilities. They never really defined it like that, and they still don't. But if you haven't been a huge arena player or raider in the past, then you wouldn't really know this. But obviously you have your defensives, defensive buffs, your offensive buffs, you have your offensive skills, and you have your defensive skills. And categorizing them and taking out all of the ones that were kind of nesting in the middle and just giving you those really core abilities has helped players in the game, especially when it comes to like PvP in arena, really outlining these are your defensives, these are your offensives, these are your abilities, these are your mobility moves that you can do, and it's made things a little bit better. I personally like the changes that they made with Warlords of Draenor with the abilities, but I'd love to hear what you guys say in the comment section below. So that's the secret question for today, guys. What do you think of the new changes in Warlords of Draenor when it comes to the abilities? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Now, another thing that I could talk about too is the talent specs. I'm actually a huge fan of the Path of Exile style of talents. Having so many talents that it's almost overwhelming, but it allows people and I guess min-maxers to find really interesting play styles. But for the sake of making things a little bit easier, the new World of Warcraft talent system is okay. It's not the greatest, but it works. So it's time to begin leveling up blacksmithing because I need to start making armor. And the first thing you can do to quickly get your blacksmithing skill up is just making those rough sharpening stones until you can start making some pants and some bracers. But I purchased all of my armor from the initial vendor back in the Abbey, and all of the first copper bracers and copper gear that you can make is actually just the same as the purchasable vendor gear. So I wasn't gaining anything other than blacksmithing levels here. So I just turned all of my copper into bars, and that gives you mining. It gives you mining levels as well. So if you actually take your ores and you turn them into bars, and it meets the level, it meets your mining level, then you'll actually start getting experience for doing it too. And you can sell those bars on the auction house for a decent price. So it's worth actually turning those ores into bars. You'll make a decent amount of money. I was able to grind up my blacksmithing level to make some new pants.
Oh yeah. Making pants made by Ron Swanson. Good. When people are like, oh my fuck. Oh, run. Run. Oh shit. I pissed off the herd. Oh, wait a minute. Fuck. Ron Swanson, come on. You can do this, buddy. You can do this, Ron. Oh, Ron Swanson, he's got this. Ron Swanson's got this. There we go. Hey, I got a healing potion. Yeah, I haven't played a Paladin since Wrath of the Lich King, so I don't really know how they play anymore, but...
So yeah, I'm just going to chime in a little bit on that. I actually did make a Paladin leveling video a long time ago with my brother, and he made a rogue and I made a Paladin, and this would have been back in Wrath of the Lich King. And that Paladin still exists, but he never got past level 80. He's just kind of sitting on a random realm waiting to die of WoW time, I guess. He's just going to be left there for infinity. But it was a lot of fun, but Paladins don't play the same anymore. They're very different. Now with Holy Power introduced, differences in auras, and just everything. Everything has changed from the Paladin class to the way it was played back in those days. So it's a nice refresher, and I'm actually enjoying the Paladin a lot. A lot of people have asked me, Deadly, why did you stop the Rogue leveling series? And if I ever stop a leveling series, it's usually for a good reason. The answer is this. I was not having fun with the Rogue. I was playing it, and I knew, usually I know, when I get to level 20, and I'm just like, I gotta play Warcraft, I I gotta make this leveling series. You know, that's not a good sign. That's not a good sign because you don't want to be sitting down. I don't want to be sitting down, you know, for days on end and making this series, but something that I'm not truly passionate about. So that's why it ended. But for this character, I'm already way past that level and I'm enjoying it. I think it's the added challenge of actually handcrafting all my gear and having little rules that I need to follow that is really pushing me on this character, which has been a lot of fun. So in the future, after Ron Swanson Jr. is level 100, I want to do some other challenges. I want to do the Iron Man challenge. I want to do the Pacifist challenge. I want to do the Bloodthirsty challenge. I want to do all these crazy different challenges and achievements and ladders and cool little things that you can do when making new characters. Because I also read a comment is, why do you even make this shit? Is for somebody asked me. And I was like, well, I can't exactly tell you why. I started making this back years ago with Zuvo. It was my first leveling series. I had this idea to do it, and it was really bad. You can watch that series. It's on my channel in a playlist if you want to go watch some classic DeadlySlob. I didn't really think it was that good, but people liked it. And not too many people, actually nobody at the time was doing it. And I knew that this was an area that was unique and that people loved to do it. So I went to join TJ World of Warcraft. I made a couple cool leveling series, and those series have over 100,000 views each, like 2,000 likes on each video. And that's when I realized that I had something special. People love watching character progression. Even if it's not end game character progression, or it's not raiding, or not battlegrounds, people do like to watch World of Warcraft and how people play the game. And although there's not that many people who play at the lower levels anymore, as there were back in like Wrath of Lich King and Burning Crusade, when the majority of the players in World of Warcraft were actually not even at end level. There were statistics that were released that it was crazy. It was something like 75% of all the people who played World of Warcraft were actually not at end game. That's a huge area of people that are playing the game and don't have much content, you know, that actually reflects their own experience. And that's why I make leveling videos. It's not only for entertainment purposes, but it's also to help new people get around, understand new classes. They can see how I play at lower levels. They can see some of the decisions that I make, different talent decisions, different key bindings, and they can learn and become a better player and hopefully reach endgame and start experiencing some of that cool content that most people don't get to see, or at the time didn't get to see. Now, one thing that's been affecting my character is actually bag space, and I'm going to be buying new bags down the road, but whenever you can't use any quest reward, you don't have much room. So I constantly have to find little vendors to search through and see if they have any greens, and then also sell my equipment on a very frequent basis. If you are using quest rewards, you will have full bags too, but you know, I find that I have always find myself overburdened more frequently than I did before. Alright, so now it's time to kick some ass in Eastern Elwyn Forest. These quests, you have to go collect some wood, you have to kill some prowlers, you got to kill some bears, you got to attack some roadside banditos, and you have to kill some murlocs. So now I'm going to talk about some of the abilities that I have, starting with Seal of Command. Seal of Command is great. It's your first aura, and it increases your holy damage by 10%. You know, just flat. That's what it does. Doesn't do anything else. But you can leave it on, and it's a no-brainer. If you're leveling up a Paladin up to level 10, and you don't have this on, then, well, you should probably get that enabled. Next, we have Crusader Strike, which is your primary damage-dealing ability. You start with it immediately. It causes 120% physical damage, and it also will generate 1 holy power. Whenever you get Word of Glory at level 9, you'll start generating holy power, and every single time you do a command strike, you get 1 holy power. At level 5, you get Judgment. It uses 5% of your base mana, it has a 30-yard range, a 6-second cooldown, and causes holy damage, and can only be used whenever you have an active seal. It also generates 1 holy power if you're protection or retribution. When you have 3 holy power, you can actually use Word of Glory to give you a heal, which is equal to your spell power, or if you're retribution, you can use it to use Templar's Verdict, which is a extremely powerful weapon strike that deals 240% physical damage. So it's kind of like your combo point finisher. 3 points, and then you can do a huge move, or you can heal yourself. The heal becomes instant. So when you actually become Retribution, your Word of Glory is no longer a cast. It's actually just an instant heal, which is also very useful.
Whoop whoop. All aboard the hype train. Whoop whoop. Level 10. Here we go. We'll pick a talent spec. Yo, what's up, Stomp? Welcome to the stream, man. Thank you for following. Alright, let's go with Retribution. Because I think that's what we're going to go. I'm assuming this uses my... Yeah. Uses holy power.
Well, guys, thank you for watching episode 2 of our Nomadic Challenge leveling series. We were able to pick up mining, get a couple nodes, create some equipment, some legs, also get the blacksmithing level up a little bit by crafting some stones. And now I've just finished level 10. Next episode, we'll be wrapping up Elwyn Forest, and I'll be able to craft more supplies for my character. And then finally moving into Westfall, the next zone in our series. If you guys have been enjoying it so far, let me know what you think in the comment section below. You can also catch my Warcraft streams every single Sunday and Wednesday at twitch.tv/DeadlySlob at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. And all this week, I'm also going to be doing night streams. And you can go to my Twitter account, twitter.com/DeadlySlob, and learn more about when I'm going to be streaming. They're usually spur of the moment, but you know, if you follow me on your Twitter account, you can send notifications to your phone whenever I go live. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in episode 3, and thank you for watching the Nomadic Challenge.